Eventually I'll get my beard this long.
You know, I've actually been using beard oil.
Really?
Mm.
What is it? How do you do it? Do you put it over your hands?
Yeah, after you shower, you clean your beard. You have to fully dry it, and then you just get a couple of drops in your hand, and you just.
Do you use it on your moustache as well?
Yeah, moustache as well.
On the ears? The nose ears?
No, just beard. Yeah.
On your monobrow?
Just testing it out, man. I'm just testing it out.
Beard oil. Would you say it's worth it on the whole?
Well, it's not worth it on the beard.
I'm getting to the stage where I'm like, might have to use some kind of oil because you know it gets a bit straggly.
Yeah. I think if the thing is like if you're gonna have a beard, you gotta do it properly.
Well, that's true.
You've got to maintain it. You can't just go wild.
Well, actually, I was kind of thinking of going wild because my brother's getting married in October, and he wants us to have moustaches.
Oh.
So we haven't decided.
Getting looks from the wives over there.
I still haven't decided if I'm going to go just for a crazy big moustache or just a big beard. And that would be enough facial hair.
I mean, you could go a really big beard and then just shave it for the day.
Well, yeah, but shaving for the day and then every other day after that.
Well, then you could just grow it back.
Just grow it back. I mean, how long did it take you to grow this?
I sneezed and it just...
You know who else had a beard?
No. Blackbeard. Jesus.
Yeah, well, we don't know that.
Well, yeah, it's true. I think it's fairly...
Follicle
I think it's fairly, he's a Middle Eastern person. Very hairy people.
Yes, on the whole.
Well,
I was going to say Moses. Moses had a beard.
Moses had a beard?
Yeah.
We know that, do we?
Well, all of the Charlton Heston films have a beard. I was going to say but Moses was the one who wrote the book of Exodus, right?
Yes. Oh,
which
I see what you're doing there.
Segues into today's episode, which is something about Exodus 90. We just decided that on the spot.
Yeah, look at us. Unrehearsed. That's what happens when you share a name with somebody.
That's right, Dom.
And Dom.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, it's Gregorian Chat. This is the podcast bringing you that good fruity Catholic.
Yeah, we did have a catchphrase, didn't we?
We've forgotten it.
The only podcast with real Catholic banter.
Well, that's false.
Is it?
I mean, there are some good podcasts with a lot of Catholic, a lot of banter, almost too much.
A podcast with the realest of Catholic banter.
Yeah, there we go. We'll forget it by next time. We'll come up with another one.
But yeah, we're here to talk about Exodus 90.
What is Exodus 90, Dom?
Give me the scoop. Well, I would say it's probably an awesome thing for anybody to do. Basically,
a vague answer.
Yeah, well, I was going to say the world's greatest thing, but I'm not so sure about that. Because I think marriage is the world's greatest thing. Hey, babe. Yeah, there you go.
You got some brownie points. I have a big ass Bible here.
Ah, yeah.
That I found.
Making lots of ass references today. Keep on saying things on the whole. I
had a lot of references, but I wrecked them.
Oh, the cheek of it. The cheek.
So this is a big ass, but I thought that I thought it was Exodus 19.
Oh.
Because I was like, there's definitely not a chapter 90 in Exodus.
No, it's true.
So I searched up Exodus 19 and I found there's a whole chapter. This is one of those old Bibles that's got little swords beside the words.
This Bible I found, it was being given away at my parish, and I thought every house should have a ginormous Bible, and it has cool pictures in it.
It does have pictures.
Yeah.
Was that Dewey? Did Dewey Rames do those?
I don't know. Good old Dewey.
Dewey's. We do know a Dewey, don't we?
Dewey, Sakayan. Yeah. Translated from the Latin Vulgate.
Dublin. James Duff and Co.
There you go. Anyway, you were saying the 19th chapter.
Yeah, it's just a lot of stuff about Moses, like telling the people what to do. They came to Sinai, and the people are commanded to be sanctified. Is that basically what happens in?
Yeah, I mean that wouldn't be a bad kind of overview. So basically, there was this bishop, right, and he wanted to make sure that people entering the seminary were like going into it for the right reasons and had a kind of had a good transition into seminary, away from like outside seminary life. So he came up with this program that was trying to like change your life so that you are more ordered towards God and less to, say, your passions. And so there's this massive emphasis on like freedom from things.
Freedom from nice stuff.
Yeah, freedom from things that make you happy.
Sounds pretty stoic.
Yeah, so there's a lot of asceticism. So there's like all these practices where it's like take short cold showers. You know, you're not allowed any sweet things, no TV, no social media. And then you have weekly fraternity meetings and all this cool stuff. And I thought it was really an awesome experience. I thought I had a really good time doing it.
So give me the kind of list. Like, what is the stuff that you have to give up, and what's the stuff that you have to do?
Okay, let me see.
Why don't we split into those two positive and negative things?
The stuff that you have to do.
Well, while that's loading.
Whilst it's loading slowly.
So it actually has an app.
There is now an app.
How does that work with no social media, no phones?
Well, yeah, you can only use the app. Well, no, because the app's actually really helpful because
That's appalling.
you can contact your fraternity through the app. So you're only using your phone for phone calls, text messages.
Unlock content for only $10.
Yeah, well, it's like you have to pay for it. It's like
making money from people's sanctification.
Well, you know.
I see.
We live in a capitalist society. Here we go. Is this the right one? I haven't used the app in so long now. I'm completely lost. It updated.
You need to get premium content. But I'll just do a Bible roulette verse while you're doing that.
Yeah, okay, go for it.
This is the first thing that you thought this morning when you woke up. But hereafter the Son of Man shall be sitting on the right hand of the power of God. I mean, it's a good thing to say. That's a good thing to think. It's a good holy thing.
What did I think?
You thought that hereafter the Son of Man shall be sitting on the right hand of the power of God.
Oh, yeah, I did actually. It's funny you mention that.
This is a really interesting Bible way of finding that. Like, Jeremiah is actually Jeremias. And before, I saw the book of Jonah is actually the book of Jonas. Like Jonas Brothers.
Okay, I can't find it on the app.
Maccabees is Maccabees.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just how old it is. You know, back in the day, that's how you used to say Maccabees.
Zacharias. Sophonius. What's that?
Oh, is that wisdom?
Is it? Oh, because Sophia is...
I don't know.
This is Sophonius, whose name, saith St. Jerome, signifies the watchman of the Lord. Anyway, coming back to Exodus 19.
So, I can't find the exact list.
Great.
But basically, there's 3 pillars of the program, and that's prayer, asceticism, and fraternity.
Okay.
Okay, so you're journeying through it with a group of men, and that's your fraternity, right? And then you've got the prayer, which is they give you a daily reflection, and you have to do a holy hour every day. If you can't make that, maybe make it 20 minutes. And then you have to do a nightly examine. So you examine your day.
Look yourself over there. And
just, you know.
No more lumps, bruises. Oh, bro.
I'm just trying to share the love.
No, you're sharing more than love.
Sharing is caring. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, so that's the prayer side of it. And then the fraternity is the weekly meetings and monthly outings with your fraternity.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. I have to say, definitely failed on the whole fraternity stuff.
Do you want to go for a bit?
Well, you know...
Oh, we could go in a hot shower together. Oh,
no hot showers. Yeah, just because everyone was so spread out. So I recommend if you're going to try this, start with the fraternity, then do the Exodus 90, rather than do the Exodus 90 and just find the guys.
And then try and find people who...
Which is kind of what I did.
Want to do nothing with you.
I was like, me and my friend Matt, I was like, right, let's do this. He's like, okay, let's do this. And then I moved house. So we used to live really close to each other, and then I moved out west, and so it was really difficult to meet up. I
haven't seen him for ages either. But how did you find going through that experience of was it like a cold shower every morning?
Cold short shower.
I mean, it wouldn't have been so bad in summer. I
think I did it in the evening. It definitely got harder.
Oh,
definitely got harder. To start off with, I was like, in my mind, I was like, this isn't supposed to be nice, so I'm gonna, psychologically put myself in the place of this isn't meant to be nice, so I didn't look forward to it in the beginning, and then I realised actually it's not that bad. But then because it was summer, but then as it was getting colder, it was like, actually no, this isn't fun. But I think that wasn't the bit that really struck me, because the whole thing is about freeing yourself from little idols that we've made. And so I was thinking, the social media thing, people are always on their phones and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's obviously one. And various other little things. The thing I didn't realise that was a struggle for me was food.
Oh man, Big struggle for me.
Yeah, you weren't allowed to snack.
Oh.
I didn't have any sugar in my tea.
Well, that's a given.
Well,
Speaking of which, we don't have tea today.
Oh. Well, we just had one.
We had two.
Well, I finished mine.
Anyway, so no sugar in your tea.
No sugar in tea.
No snacks. Between meals.
And you were only allowed. So you were only allowed 3 meals. So I had breakfast, lunch, and.
Are you allowed dessert?
No desserts.
Lordy
no
hell.
Desserts. And so it was quite a trial, especially because there's a physical workout that goes with it.
Really?
Yeah. So you lose heaps of weight and you gain a bit of muscle, I guess.
Man.
Yeah, so it's really cool.
I was going to say, you are looking pretty tank.
Thanks, man.
So it's like Exodus, P90 Exodus.
P90 Exodus. That's what it is. I haven't done P90X, but trademark here. But yeah, I did the cycle. They give you a suggested workout, but I just cycled to uni every day.
So they said do fraternities, but we just didn't do that. They said,
yeah.
Anyway, you did more than me.
Yeah, and I think it was a really great experience in freeing you from things and you take away your phone, you take away watching TV, and you realize, my goodness, there is so much time in a day, and so it freed me up to try and spend more time with Jess. But I did have the wife loophole, and so because it was my penance thing, it wasn't hers.
All right.
So if Jess was like, look, I want to watch a movie. Not on my own. So I was like, okay, let's watch a movie.
I see.
The way
you come home. Do you feel like watching a movie, darling? Your words, not mine.
Yeah.
Do you feel like watching Endgame?
Yeah. Well, I've actually.
You guys came to that movie during.
I've actually well and truly converted Jess onto sci-fi, so I'm pretty safe there. But we did watch lots of very, very good chick flicks in that time, which really enriched my life.
Yeah, during P90X.
Yeah, P90X.
Sorry, I actually genuinely.
The 90 refers to the days that you do it. You do it for 90 days.
Man.
So it's not a chapter in Exodus.
So it's like if it's like people who are going to do Lent but want to do it for more than twice as long.
Yeah.
And give up literally everything.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I did find annoying doing it over Lent was I usually quite enjoy Lent.
Right.
I usually quite enjoy all right, I'm going to give this up and entering fully into the liturgy. By the time we got to Lent, it had already been 50 days.
Oh my god.
And I was kind of people are like, oh my gosh, Lent. I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yes, it is a little bit. So that was a bit rubbish for me because I really enjoy it. It meant I couldn't enter fully into Lent because I was already
subsumed.
Yeah.
Lent.
So if I were to do it again, and I might. Maybe not in the next year. Just give myself a break. Right. I probably wouldn't do it over Lent.
What did you feel like it? I mean, hopefully it enriched you spiritually.
Oh, it did.
Did you feel like there was one particular area that it really helped you in?
I think just ordering my life, and I think also because we were going through a time of transition in our lives, moving house and fixing up a house, having a baby, starting a degree. It's kind of okay, you can't just go into this as you have been. It's it was a time of transformation. And also, I'd put on quite a bit of weight. I don't know if you'd noticed. We just got back. It's gone now. I
wasn't going to say anything. No. But it's no snacking. You're convenient. I got no money.
A little bit. No. So we went to Europe to see my family for a month. And over that time, we spent... Well, we ate out the whole time because we were on holiday. And it's it's okay, holiday diet. And then we got back, and the day after we got back, we were at a wedding, and I wore a shirt, and the buttons were it's we can't hold on! And I was I just felt horrible. I was oh my gosh, I'm just disgusting. So I was I need to do something about this.
I need a diet program that's going to diet me spiritually.
Yeah, well, I find that dieting doesn't work for me. And... two things happened. One, I started fixing up this house with my father-in-law, who is a South African Dutchman.
He's awesome.
And what his work and life ethic, ethic.
Yep.
His ethic for life and work is never stop doing anything ever, and don't eat. And so that was my life for the duration of fixing up the house.
Yeah, that's right, because I did 2 days working
Yeah.
on the house.
Yeah.
And the first day, was like, he only stopped for lunch because I had stopped for lunch.
Yeah.
But he didn't even stop for lunch. He just had some potato chips and a cup of tea.
Yeah.
And then the
Whilst
next
he
day,
was doing work.
when your mother-in-law Kathy was there, it was like we just had a massive lunch. She went out and got all of this stuff to eat.
Yeah. Yeah, he told me actually. He said he put you in the cupboard because he hated that job.
What?
So the work that you did was his, he gave it to you for he had a plan.
Some people just don't like being in the closet.
Well, at least you came out.
Took
Anyway, so that period of time for me was really formative in like kind of okay, I need to step up and like into fatherhood. Now and like it's like okay, this is my house. I need to build it and I need to form myself in the process because there was this, like doing the drainage in the back. That was the most horrible job ever.
Gotta be draining.
It was just right out of me. Anyway, so we did doing all these like horrible jobs, and it's like there's no one else to do it.
Right.
When you're fixing up your own house, it's like you've got to do this.
Yeah.
And so that was just like, oh wow.
See, those are the times in life where I would really use as an excuse for like snacking and stuff. I'd be like, oh, well, I've had a hard day's work,
Well, yeah.
I'm just gonna dig into this.
The one thing that Ronnie did do
laxative cake
is at the end.
Sorry, we had a cake earlier.
Yeah.
It said contains laxatives. And
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
And Dom didn't finish it because of that. And
Yeah.
I ate his piece. And now I gotta go.
So
No, what
it's true, yeah. It was on a roll as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Brown.
chocolatey coffee. Anyway, isn't coffee a laxative?
I think it's a diuretic.
Oh yeah,
Don't know about
just makes you wee a lot.
Anyway,
I know what that is because of my degree.
hey,
Yeah. Anti-diuretic homo.
Third degree murder.
Anyway, moving on. What were we talking about?
You were talking about your dad.
Oh yeah, the one thing that he
Right.
did do is at the end of every day we got a bottle of Coke, and it was like the pure stuff.
Pure Coke.
Yeah. Coca-Cola, people.
Wow.
We don't do drugs anymore. Anyway, so at the end of the day, we get like a can of Coke or a bottle of Coca-Cola. I keep thinking cocaine now. Coca-Cola. You get, and it was just the most refreshing thing because we worked so hard all day. And then I started Exodus 90, and it's like, say goodbye, Coca-Cola. And it's like, oh, who needs refreshment? And it was like, say goodbye to the the nice things in your tea, like sugar and
my body would have gone into like I don't know, relapse.
shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was. I mean, I think the punishment that my father-in-law put me under to begin with in training me to fix the house was a good precursor for Exodus 90, and he cursed me first, and then I did this. Anyway, so but then as I was going into university life, it was kind of like in between lectures, like how do I do this, and but I did it, and man. University's tough. I was working in a chaplaincy for 6 years. I didn't even know. You students.
All the students.
You students.
You're like, come on, just play a game, man. What do you mean study? Come on, just play upwards.
Yeah.
No, you understand.
Now I get it.
But university is it comes in waves.
Yeah?
Like you'll have times where you can relax quite a lot, and then there'll be times where you just have to work your butt off.
I haven't found that.
Well, you've just had is it just one-sided, like always working your butt off?
Always working my butt off.
Right.
Like it was like I got to university, I was like,
transplant.
I'm gonna ace this, I'm gonna smash it. I got
Uh-huh.
there and I was just like, for the first week I was just I was like, and then I go after a couple of days, like, I think I've got it. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna go to the next lecture and I'll be like, I don't get it. And that was like the first 3 weeks for me. Every 2 days.
Slow down for you.
Every 2 days. But you know what? I think I've got it now. No, I'm joking. I don't get
do a
it.
podcast
I
next
don't
time.
get it. Yeah. This is 20 minutes of me screaming.
We can make that happen. A podcast. I can organise.
But yeah,
something.
Exodus 90.
Wrap it up.
So it's about freeing yourself from those things that you're using to hold yourself back, things that you're clinging to for comfort rather than clinging to God on.
Right,
and
but you've got to be really prepared to do it. It's going to be hard.
I think it's good though. It's like a really great formative tool.
Uh-huh.
But
What would you say to people who want to do it, but they think I'm probably not going to be able to do the fraternity side of things?
I'd say get the fraternity side of things.
Well, you did say that
Because
earlier.
so you have you have your fraternity, then you have one person that's your anchor. So I had the anchor thing down. So every day you text. So I texted Matt every day how things were going, and that made it possible. And like when I was having a rough time, I was like, there's one point I was like, man, I almost gave up the other day, and he was all like, I'm glad you didn't, because if you gave up, I'm out. You know? Yeah. And so we were just kind of keeping each other going. But like I've heard, like Catching Foxy did a talk on it the other day, and they were saying, this one guy's got the fraternity down really well. And so like he was saying how cool it was, and it's like, yeah, actually I didn't miss that element of it. So now I'm trying to build a men's group.
There we go.
So then I can do Access 90 properly.
First.
Yeah, do the frat first.
And if women want to do it, what would you say to them?
I would say, I mean, I don't know, like, because Shana tried it, and she got like a couple of weeks in, and she was like, it's just not, she wasn't getting anything out of it spiritually, and she said it because the reflections were like written in a masculine way for men.
Oh,
and she
right.
Was like,
okay.
It's like, because like the asceticism, it's just asceticism. Like anyone can do that, and it's like, so that's her attitude going. It's like, anyone can do this. I can do this. I don't need to be a man.
Is there like an Exodus 89 out there?
There
or
is
something?
a thing called Aspira.
Okay.
And Shana's doing that now with a couple of girls, and she says that's pretty good.
Is it basically the same idea but with
for women?
Sorority? Is that the word?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what's in Aspira. Because I was doing Exodus 90, so I didn't bother looking into
Aspira. It sounds like a sugar supplement.
Yeah.
Go into.
So it's supposed to.
Oh, spirulina. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, right. Or Systema. Anyway, so
so if girls want to do it, you would more recommend that they do Aspira.
Purely based off Shana's experience, yeah.
What about impurely?
Impurely. I try not to think that way.
Well, maybe I'll try Exodus 90 next year.
We'll do it. I
just won't see you for like 90 days.
Why?
Because you can't see people, right? I'm kidding. I'm just pretending it's like the worst thing in the world.
Oh.
But it's probably. I mean, I think.
Seeing me is the worst thing in the world.
Hey. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
I
think. Well, one thing that was interesting and it was quite difficult is like because this was meant for a seminary setting. And so translating that into normal life, especially married life, was quite difficult.
Yeah, that was the thing I'm wondering. Like date nights and how do you...
But there is, like I mentioned earlier, the wife loophole of like, if your wife's like, okay, so I haven't seen you in a week, we haven't watched TV together, and...
You've been fraternizing all the time.
Yeah, all this fraternity
stuff. You need to
stuff.
sororize, I don't know.
Yeah, you need to hang out with me, so you can go on date nights and you go on movie nights and stuff like...
Can you take exemptions for those things?
Pardon?
So
yeah, basically that's what the fraternity's for. Of like, it's kind of like, okay,
hey guys,
I'm thinking about doing this. Do you think this fits with the program? And they can be like, yeah, that fits, but maybe So like what I did with the movie nights is like, okay, I'll watch a movie with Jess, but I'm not allowed to pick the movie. So then it's more about her and saying like, okay, I enjoy watching movies. That's one of my things.
I'm guessing there's no like restrictions around marital things.
Nope.
Good. I was like, that would just be too far.
Yeah. No. It's you have to live out your vacation fully.
Yeah. Very good. Just chicken.
Yeah, you can have chicken as well. Turkey, all sorts of meat. But because you have to do the Wednesday and Friday fast, and it's two small meals that don't add up to one meal and one big meal.
And you have to do that on
Wednesday and Friday. Man, that was powerful. I love that. I was like, part of me was like, I'm going to continue this, and then I haven't because it was Easter. So it was Easter, and it's like with celebrations, and I'm waiting for Pentecost, and then there's other programs to do to follow after it, and I haven't done those because now I'm fully into my degree, and it's killing me. I would rather do Exodus 90.
And full-time ministry.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for summing that up for us, Tom. I'm sure.
Well, do Exodus 90. Get a fraternity.
People, the video's definitely gone off by now. But anyway, I hope that you got something out of that. If nothing else, you'll realise why Dom has been so strange. No, kidding. Why you haven't really...
Why my breath stinks.
You didn't see him over on social media a whole lot during that time.
Yeah. Well, I did start up the Catholic Life podcast at that time.
Well, yeah. So. I have to do a Catholic Life podcast sometime.
Yeah.
But thanks for joining us today, and we hope that you have just a great week. If you're in New Zealand, I hope that you've enjoyed the
Queen's birthday. Which isn't the Queen's birthday.
No, but that's another podcast.
Okay.
Whole podcast.
God bless.
See ya.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the podcast. I've got good news. It just got a whole lot easier to search for us online.
All you got to do is search Gregorian Chat into YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, and Player FM for those who are on Android.
Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. See you later. God bless.